The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're at day 2 of week 4, approaching the end of the tournament with such a great match to begin off the day for us. It's going to be number 2 FFR Pro 21 versus number 7 CoreyBLD. Welcome back to the Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022. I am your host, BP Forky, and man, we got an action-packed day for you. We're getting close to the end of the tournament, so a lot of the top 8 pictures looking a little bit more clear for us, but there's still a lot of questions left unanswered, and this is one of them here with FFR Pro pretty much doing what he's supposed to at the beginning of the tournament here, and Corey getting upset a little bit early, but still a chance to make that top 8. But if he's going to do that, he's got to win this match against the Titan himself. But before we get into the matchup, we're going to show you a quick little tutorial video that shows you how this game works and what to expect from the speedrun.
Pokemon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game first released for the Nintendo 64 on September 25, 2000 in North America and March 2, 2001 in Europe. It was re-released on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console in both regions in May 2008. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-hard and S-hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
As we've seen with previous weeks, we are ongoing in our pool stage. We've had all of our 22 entrants divided into 4 round robin pools. We've had 5 people in the first 2 pools and 6 total in the last 2 pools. All pool matches will be best of 5 speedrun races of the 1-player stadium category. First to win 3 races will win the match. We're only seeing easy, normal, and hard during this pool stage, and what's going to happen during each one of these matches is at the beginning, both of the players agree to one of those 3 difficulties. After the first race has been concluded, the loser will get to counterpick any of the 2 difficulties that have not been played yet. On that race number 3, the 3rd difficulty that has not been played will be played no matter what. And if it happens to go to a game 4 or 5, you're allowed to counterpick to any of those previous 3 difficulties. The top 2 players at the end of pool stage will advance to the final bracket, and it's been kind of clear, but kind of not clear at the same time. We have possibilities of many tiebreakers upcoming depending on what the results will be. And just taking a look at this is our average race time, which is possibly one of the metrics to determine those tiebreakers. As someone who was studying a lot actually last night after Saturday's races to figure out what a lot of the scenarios could be, it's pretty fresh in my mind, the order of the tiebreakers. If there happens to be 3 or more. If it's just 2 or more in a pool, it'll go down to head-to-head. But with 3 or more, it's going to be decided first by total race win percentage, then by total race wins, and then by this average race time here. So it could not matter too much if the first 2 tiebreakers get solved by then. But if so, you got to be on your game and be towards the top of this list if you want to make the bracket and you're in a tie scenario. And what are the perks of making that final bracket? You start to compete for the prize pool with some really generous percentages there at the bottom. You see first place all the way up to 40%, but everyone in that top 8 gets paid out, so you get money no matter what. And we're competing for currently $202. We're looking to hopefully reach $600 by the end of the event. So if you want to help contribute to this prize pool, you can donate some Twitch bits, you can do some subscriptions, or you can just donate by the link. And the winner of redemption bracket will get 3% and 2% raffled off to a random player that did not win one of those. So no matter what, if you are an entrant in this tournament, you got a chance to win some money. And if One Player Stadium is not the tournament for you, we have some side tournaments that will be going on as well, in addition to our regular verses. Starting Saturday, this is going to be going on, I think, 2 weeks from now. So this is coming up very, very soon. I'm excited to watch it. But yeah, on that Saturday, it'll be Marathon 100K mode. And you just go to Marathon mode. You're going to race to get 100,000 points. You can choose any game level of your choice. It will be on speed level 1, though. So this is a good showcase of your chaining ability and somewhat getting combos. But yeah, it's just rushing and trying to get as much points as possible. It's a super fun category. And then the day after the marathon tournament happens, we will have a spa service tournament, which is a line clear mode. Your goal there is to literally move your cursor as fast as possible and try to clear all the panels on your screen to get it below a white line that eventually comes up as you raise your stack. So I really like the contrast of all 3 of these main categories because it seems they possess a different skill set for each. So we should have some pretty cool strategies, different competitors rise up and maybe challenge some of our top tier players in the community. And best of all, if you do manage to come on top of either one of these tournaments, there is a $50 prize pool. So shout outs to Cards who will be supporting both of those. And those tournaments you can still join. So go to startgg.com/PPL 2022 and do not miss out on that. But yeah, let's take a look at Pool 2. I want to welcome Six to the broadcast who will be commentating with me. Six, I mean, we've seen some pretty crazy stuff in this pool so far. Corey being on the lower end of that, getting upset by Fortnite Mike, I believe, just last weekend. And this was going to probably be another undefeated clash today if that did not happen. But do you think Corey trying to bounce back and take a win off of FFR, what do you think he needs to do to try to beat the mountain that is FFR?
Yeah, unfortunate for Corey before, but if he wants to have any chance beating FFR today, he needs to play very solid, top off every single AI opponent in one, possibly with as much efficiency as possible, but then, that leads to potentially being short, trying to do the exact kills. It's going to be very tough, has to send very refined attacks a lot of the time.
Yeah, and FFR, as you can see by the qualifying ranks, he's second all across the board. He's familiar with the lower difficulties, the higher difficulties, and he has the fastest total average so far of the tournament, having the fastest easy normal and hard times. So he's topping the leaderboard and everything right now. Good time for him to be playing peak. Corey, I mean, it's been a little bit of a rough outing for him. He's still got top 10 averages in the tournament, so he can make it there. And I think we can still see him perform at an even higher level because his qualifying ranks, he's got those 2 9ths in V-Hard and S-Hard, but look at the easy through hard, the difficulties that matter today. 4th, 4th, and 4th, and he's got pretty much almost top 5 leaderboard times for all of those difficulties too. So I think Corey can be really competitive in this matchup. We just got to see that consistency there, and he's probably going to have to play pretty risky from time to time too. But it's really hard to say. I mean, just based on the most recent results, I think FFR Pro is still going to be an overwhelming favorite here. But I think Corey can make a splash here. If he's playing at his best, I think he can win this. But even when FFR seems to be getting trolled or maybe not playing at his best, he's still pulling off incredible times. So I gotta think FFR wins this one probably 3-1.
Yeah, margin of troll can definitely give Corey 1. Anything beyond that would probably involve a decent amount of luck, but luck in this game is pretty infamous.
Yeah, you gotta pray to the RNG gods. May they giveth and not taketh away from you. But I think that'll be it for our setup here. Any final thoughts heading into this match?
I hope everybody plays well and doesn't get too disheartened on if things start going the wrong way. I think it's just about it. Just always want to see people at their best.
I couldn't agree more there. Yeah, this game can get in your head, but I hope at the end of the day, everyone's just having fun and we see some good matches. But with that said, we have number 2 FFR Pro 21, number 7 CoreyBLD. Let's get into that action right now.
Let's start repeatedly.
Yeah, he's doing some pause buffering strats right now. You love to see that. Get some game audio going. Looks like I don't currently have game audio from Corey's side, but that's all right. We'll just keep it on FFRs the whole time and get ourselves a playlist going in the background. But yeah, as you see, we are starting on normal difficulty, so we're kind of starting with the craziness. I feel like normal is probably the least selected difficulty to start on out of all of them, just because it seems easier to select easy or hard and just like go the opposite way as you progress through those first 3 races. But I think we have seen a good amount, and maybe Corey just trying to stir up the chaos here at the beginning.
Get the awkward mode out of the way, perhaps. And then into one of the more cooperative modes, as cooperative as this game can be, at least.
We might have Corey's audio now. He says it is working in chat, so we'll take an eye on that once we get there. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there, because FFR's is always a little distorted. Awesome. Well, we just gave the racers the go-ahead. We should be seeing them redding up pretty soon here. We got normal mode. Gary, the only really big troll at this. You got to send a lot more garbage to him. The rest of the stages are pretty straightforward, but normal mode still has a way of getting some clears and making you waste that much more time. I wonder how much Corey has been practicing his sins. I actually haven't watched him play a lot this tournament, but I assume he's pretty standard double 4 combo. Try to get that separation at the beginning.
Seems good here. Alright. Board awareness is very important on this first stage because sometimes this Gary just goes very low. See the openings both players are trying to do.
My goodness, FFR just coming out the gate had such a crazy lag chain and just gets an 11-second kill for it.
Do you know how difficult that is on stage 1 of normal? Wowie.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. I mean, that's tough to get on the rest of the stages for the run, let alone the first one. And oh, unfortunately, Corey was just pretty short for most of the part. His Gary downstacked quite a bit. And that last little sin, there was a clear lined up, and that's going to bring him out to close to 40 seconds here.
I think he fell into the trap of when to incorporate an 8 combo that he saw, and just wasn't able to get a big enough chain to go with it. That's double 11 for FFR. If that's your average throughout the entire normal, you may set like the new hot time ever. Okay, now Corey's getting what he wants. That was nice. A single 3-pop will delay it by a couple seconds.
It looks like he's not opting too much to do double force here on normal, at least from based off the first 2 stages, which might not tell too much here. Which, honestly, I mean, it's 50-50. I'd say you don't necessarily need double fours on normal mode, but they certainly can help reduce the trolling sometimes.
He started with an 8 combo up top again. He did find a different thing to weave in there so that he was able to actually top her off. Unfortunate timing, though.
Man, FFR is just finding combos so easily in his chains. He found a 7 and a 5 there at the end. Gonna lead to a 14-second kill. He's already lapping Corey.
It's a good attack, but you see what an AI clear can do, and so far, they haven't worked in his favor. Okay, FFR setting up the attack somewhere else, but purchase speed lets him find it pretty quickly. Erica's pretty high and isn't going to downstack both of those pillars.
Alright, Corey getting some faster times, and that was a very good setup for him. A lot of separated lines there, bunch of combos. He still finds himself in an early deficit here, and I don't see FFR slowing down a little bit, so Corey's going to have to try to play more risky, try to keep his chains limited to probably only a 3 at this point, and hope to get some trolling there on FFR side.
Okay, he's in position for a clear on the big block, but he ruins it big time. That stalled a little bit, but not as much as it could have.
I guess 6 seconds can add up here. But once again, he's just going to need to keep hammering through. But it looks like he is playing pretty solid here at the beginning. He gets those double fours. I think he's going to try to extend it out to a 4 chain. Did not have another link. But
he started really low.
Uh-huh. It's always a double-edged sword there because you can get your chain started out immediately and get those super quick kills. But if you don't find enough, or if your vision's not there and you can't continue that chain, it can hurt you more in the long run. And it almost did hurt Corey more there, as that clear was 1 swap away, but he manages to escape with a sub 20.
Yeah, but FFR's nailed every intended attack so far. Sending a follow-up combo just in time to top lane off. He can't do anything. Or he does get Sabrina in one. Making up an entire stage against FFR it's gonna require like a couple big block clears.
FFR so calculated with the attack. Stops
Was that a
his...
calculated cutoff?
It
I
had
think it
to have
was.
been. It looked
Oh,
really
yes.
intentional. Corey with an 11, though. He's trying to keep pace. I've seen this so many times in the tournament, though, and I hate when it happens because it's always against someone like Cards, FFR, Yoshi. Someone's just playing really, really good and really consistent. But then FFR is still one stage ahead of you the whole time.
It's matching up, but it's just not catching up.
Alright, 4-chain coming out from Corey here, but FFR once again with this 3-chain. It gets cleared off, though, so maybe a chance here for Corey.
Sure, combos are falling. He made enough combos after. They're not going to downstack this. So again, a minor stall. Not a major one, though. FFR has the wiggle room for a lot of those minor stalls still.
Yeah, Corey's still opting to do 4 chains
Good
for the
cutoff.
most part. I mean, it gave him an 11-second here. I'm still worried it just might not be enough here at the end of the day. But, I mean, the clear is still coming in, and FFR's been bleeding some time in the past few stages. There's a 20-second, and all of a sudden you saw a glimpse of Corey being on the same stage as FFR there. And there's still 3 stages to go, so Corey has a real shot at this. And that's going to be a good cutoff.
Very good weave.
Can he get the kill, though? There's going to be 1 clear at the bottom, but maybe nothing at the top here. Oh, but chains at the bottom.
Oh, that was rude. You still have stop time, sir? Okay, then.
That was really unfortunate. All that time he was getting back slowly but surely erased there as FFR gets the 14 on Richie. Gains in another 11 seconds here. Pretty much a full stage lead with 2 stages to go. I don't see FFR dropping this late.
I don't think any AI has cleared the main garbage block, just like the smaller ones, and then finding chains below.
FFR
I think FFR needs more.
Yeah, he only
Here.
sent 3 lines, and Lorelei was already down a little bit on the stack, and the Reds are going to line up perfectly. Okay,
Richie.
opportunity for Corey.
I think that's the first big block clear of the normal. That's
the
the
blues?
window of opportunity. That might snowball into more, but no, Lorelei messes it up.
All right, Corey, time to pray to the RNG gods.
So if that happens a couple times on the Bruno, then maybe.
I think he did cut it off at a 3-chain here, but I don't know what Lorelei just did at the bottom there to clear so many panels. Corey does have the follow-up, so the blues will not be enough time, but FFR bringing this out to a 5-chain here. Going to be plenty of garbage sent to Bruno. Is he going to see the blues? Oh, he sees the reds, though.
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh no, he's out of time.
Cannot scan back over to the left, and FFR is going to take this race number 1.
Yeah, was the slowest stage like the 27 or something? That was a pretty sick normal.
Sounds about right. FFR hitting with an 8:16 total, and that's even faster than his average, which is already the fastest in the tournament.
There was only 1 major stall there. Corey gets a pretty dang good normal time, but it just can't compare to the absolute curb stomping that FFR just did to those 14 opponents.
Yeah, it's good news for Corey, at least at the end of this race, because getting a sub-9 in normal is still no easy feat. And he's getting his sends, even if he is going out to a 4-chain for most of them, it is being consistent. I think for the way Corey's playing right now, I would just send it to hard mode, which as I say that, he does say in chat, let's go to hard. Because I think you can get away a lot more against FFR doing those 4 chains. And then he can get a little bit more unlucky. Or if Corey's getting more and more warmed up, he might start finding more combos and be able to cut his chains off a little bit earlier.
I've seen all the tales of the stages where you basically didn't do anything wrong, but they just are in position to clear the garbage 4, 5, 27 times.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you almost miss Bowser. Almost.
Almost, yeah. Just wait until we get to Mewtwo and that's hard. Then we'll super miss Bowser at that point. Alright, on hard mode, we're looking for a general strat for all of these opponents. Maybe switch it up a little bit as the AI gets harder. Oh, early clear already coming out on Corey's side.
I see what Corey was trying to do. Start an attack very low so you don't even waste the time of raising your stack, but in this case, you already downstacked just enough that it wasn't able to do that. I think the best compromise is to like see your opening but raise your stack while you're heading towards that opening.
Yeah, I agree. I always give myself a little bit of extra room, even if the temptation to just immediately do something there. Especially if you're like watching a Yoshi PB or something, where like frame 1 he's starting his chain.
The tactical cutoff from Corey.
FFR playing really consistent once again here. He gets his 4 combo a little bit late, so he's going to extend out his chain, but it's probably going to be enough here. As long as you're getting those double 4 combos here on hard mode, a good percentage of the time they are going to lead to sub 15 kills, sub 20-second kills.
Yeah, when you're looking closely enough and at a decent enough skill level, you're seeing both of these players like having another chain ready in case the AI downstacks more, but then kind of look at their board to see if they need that chain, and either don't do it or just like cut off something that was going to fall there, just to save that little bit of time.
2 garbage clears coming out on Corey's
Surge is
side.
in the wrong position.
FFR had 2 4 combos at the bottom and the top of his garbage there. Man loves to do some 4 combos, but don't we all?
Nice 8 opening from Corey into a 7, and those are just 2 chains. It's all single blocks, and Surge has the convenient clear to turn them all into panels. And here he goes. Here he goes.
Oh my, you need to chill. This is a pretty unfortunate beginning as FFR is just getting these back-to-back 11s, a lot of sub-15s here. Corey with 30 seconds.
He's trying the really aggressive attacks, they just are not paying off.
Uh-huh. Ooh, FFR does drop his chain here at the beginning, though. Quick to fire back here. Extends it out to 4. He's only going to have 1 4 combo at the bottom, so maybe a chance here for Corey. As, yeah, okay, there's the 4 combo. And the AI had that red there. He had his cursor over it. I thought he was going to maybe consider it, but just goes to the right instead. And 8-second kill because of that. Good stuff from Corey. Way to bounce back.
And that's what taking those risks can reward you with sometimes.
He made up a huge chunk of time there. He's going to probably end this with the 8. I didn't even notice the 8 until the very last second there. Very good from Corey. Maybe another quicker kill here, but the chain's falling.
See how much extra scam time they can build just from getting a chain like at the bottom of the stack without even clearing anything. Low Sabrina, but FFR sent a lot of follow-up combos. Ooh, Sabrina messed up the clear. It's flat! Oh, jeez.
There's almost another opportunity for Corey there. But fortunately for FFR, Sabrina's not going to get to that clear. Meanwhile, Corey cuts this off. He sends 4 lines, but it's not going to be enough because Sabrina's stack was just a little bit lower. And ends up getting the garbage clear because of it.
Needed 1 more combo. May have gotten that clear anyway, but eh. Decent short attack from FFR leaves not enough shake time for Blaine to get there.
Alright, Corey's still fighting from the stage deficit right now. I think he's doing what he needs to do. Maybe not finding exactly the double fours at all times, though, especially with this drop attack at the beginning, and that's going to give Blaine a chance to downstack and even raise a little bit.
Yeah, this is rough because he has just a clear right there.
Oh, we got an SR kill.
You kind of have to reset
Oh, no, we
your
don't!
attack.
I thought we had
Trace
an
out of
SR
time.
kill. Who was that? Yeah, Tracy just sneaking in that horizontal at the bottom there.
At least their cursor isn't fast enough for them to address the pillar on the other side. So, it still works.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Corey seeing that 5 at the beginning here and converts this to a 6 at the end too. So there's the quick 3 chain. No double 4s, but it looks like it's good enough. Nice double pillars set up. Let's see, a clear maybe coming out on FFR's side. No, gets greedy and goes for the reds. 16-second kill for him.
He had a drop chain, but he sent so many combos, and in that case, it worked. No punish.
Alright, 5 chain for Corey as he's not able to find any immediate combos. But he gets a nice 5 and 8.
Might be in a follow-up. FFR's Geo doesn't know where to go, so still can't really make up that much time here.
Getting close to the end of hard mode. We're going to see one more stage compared to normal mode, which we saw in the last race. These opponents at this level, though, start to get decent cursor speed, so the percentage of variance might go up just a little bit here. As you can see, Richie playing with a really low stack. Corey going to get the 15, and FFR still needs to send a little more.
FFR had to go into panic combos immediately because the opening attack didn't go the way he thought it would. Oh!
Could you imagine that? If he got that clear, all that garbage would have cleared, and that could have been an opening there for Corey.
A couple more frames, and that could have been disaster.
Ooh, nice lag chain from Corey. Once again, just the single 4 combo, but it might be enough here.
Shake time!
Oh, just that one little down stack there is going to buy Richie a little bit more time.
Alright, FFR sending a bigger attack to be safer here.
But he didn't have
Lorelai
the double
gets there.
4 at the bottom either. Both of the players a little bit shaky right now on the sins, and another immediate clear basically coming out from Lorelai. I think maybe FFR in his own head, he realized how short he was at the end of last stage, so he just wanted to make sure to send that bigger chain, but didn't really get the optimal setup here at the beginning. And because of that, all these clears coming out. There's double 4s at the top now, though. Maybe can bail FFR out, but no, the immediate clear. Opportunity for Corey.
This is that trolling. Buy some stop time, get some other scam time, and get several clears in a row.
On the 6 combo as well. Weird formation, though, on Lorelai's side.
Corey
Finally
didn't
going to
send
go
enough.
down. Oh, no, Corey.
Struggling to find chains, needs to raise the stack for more ammo.
Oh,
Still
no,
not
this
there.
is such a rough spot. Lorelai's clearing all this out. This 4 chain's going to fall into place, but it's still going to be one line short, and here comes the clear.
That was the opportunity. Could not capitalize on it though.
Yeah, the end game a little bit sloppy from both of the players here. FFR looks to have cleaned it up now here on Bruno. 14-second kill, and maybe a minute plus on Lorelai also for Corey. Lorelai hates both of our competitors today.
Yeah, she's not being very nice to them today.
Oh, and
One more
there's the
stage for
reset.
FFR. I mean, yeah, she wasn't even topped off. So, yeah. Risky attack, Gary's doing some Garying. He's got some panels available, but FFR has time, even if Gary chains a little bit. He broke up the match on the top. I don't think he has time to make anything else, and he doesn't.
So unfortunate for Corey. I think just inconsistencies here at the end because he had the opportunities, but it was a couple stages in a row. He was just a little bit short on the sends.
Yeah, this is like the difference between the puzzle experts and the puzzle legends. Just like the percentage of the time that you potentially or not have a stage snowball out of control like that.
FFR finished with a 10:09, and if that was the race you're going to take off FFR, that was it, because that was over a minute under his or over his average so far in this tournament, and 10 minutes definitely very doable at this level of play to beat. But I think Corey's had some pretty rough outings with hard mode so far in this tournament.
Yeah, this game. This game can be cruel. Like, oh, I didn't have enough. I made a follow-up. Nope, it's too late. I'm gonna just troll you for almost a minute. For missing that attack by frames or something.
Immediate reset from Corey there. You just gotta shake it out of your mind. I mean, it happens. You know, we all have some inconsistencies here and there, and also some trolling to a degree here and there too. Granted, this third difficulty is probably the scariest to face FFR on, but Corey's shown he is very proficient at all three lower difficulties, and so he has a good chance to still win this race.
Yeah, both players know exactly what they need to send. This is just going to be about how consistently they can do it.
Corey looking to get that immediate practice here. Hopefully he just didn't waste that good Gary, though. It was looking like it was going to be a 14-second kill. But yeah, both these guys, they're not sparing any time here. They're ready to go and hop into this third race.
Efficient in schedule upkeeping. First two stages of this, you're gonna need to probably send a lot.
Yeah, Gary 1 and Brock pretty much kind of just look at their stack, move their cursor so slow, and get a couple random clears. Oh, went right over the blues. Oh my goodness.
The board vision from both was perfect. Sometimes he goes to row 3, but sometimes they stay up to like the 7th or 6th one and both of them dropping exactly what they need there. That was nice.
Yeah, great sense from both. FFR getting really, really lucky though, because the cursor of the AI was highlighted over a clear and just decided to go down.
Games of frames. So similar story for this Brock, just like... Yeah, Corey's is lower than FFR, so he needs to compensate for that, and doesn't quite get there in one. Hopefully Brock doesn't punish. It's there now!
Oh, no!
The punish! It happened! Oh, games of frames!
Oh, and on easy mode, it just hurts that much more. You have less stages to compete with. The AI is going to die quicker later on, or not quicker, but more consistently, I would say. And 38
Arg.
seconds here. Oh. Not a good start again from Corey here. He's just found himself in big holes at the beginning of each one of these races.
This is like the equivalent of platform game speedrun of missing a jump and falling into a pit like at the very end of a stage or something.
Okay, that helps. 12 seconds. I think Corey's gonna have to play full-on aggressive here, though. I mean, 4 chains will still work, and they still can lead to the lower team times. But I think I want to see a lot of 3 chains coming out from him, because you don't have that much room for error here on easy mode, and that's what he did. Very early cutoff here. Yellow's wasting some time though, but 13 seconds. Okay.
He's doing exactly what he needs to, but as long as FFR like doesn't drop an attack,
Yeah, that's just.
you're hoping for trolls.
Yeah, that
At
is
this
just. It's so tough because FFR is just such a consistent player. He's got about like a 17-second lead. It looks like right now too. You need trolls. You need perfection from your own end too, as Corey dropped that initial send here, and the purples are gonna down stack. Oh, it's looking rough right now. 6.
That enough single lines to get the Koga? He's stalling a little bit before sending more. But even with that stall, it's an 11, so we're fine with those.
I love when the AI has that little cursor spaz at the bottom there. They're just like going so slow, and then all of a sudden their like cursor moves 3 places and does some weird swap.
Maybe they need a new controller.
They might, honestly. Have we talked to the AI? We always make fun of them, but maybe they just don't have the money to afford a new controller right now.
I do that same thing when I press like too many directions at once by putting it too close to the center, trying to do efficient taps and things.
I always wonder how like they decide to program the AI in this game, and I wonder if like that little move is intentional to make it seem like a human error or something. Nice 9 combo at the end of this chain here from Corey, but this AI, look, it happened on Corey's side that time.
Yep. Oh, that's one big block clear, but there's no shake time, so it's not going to be going further than that. I think that's the slowest FFR time this easy so far.
Alright, we're approaching the end of easy very, very soon now, with FFR only 2 stages after Tracy here. Is there enough time for the Blues? Whew!
Ooh. Tracy out of position, probably. FFR gets the 9.
FFR looking to make a statement here, finishing off the second-seeded player in his group, potentially in a 3-0 if he's able to clean up these last 2 matches, and I think he would be looking good in that next week matchup against Fortnite Mike. And Tracy just doing some more clears, wasting more time on Corey's side. 15-second kill, and that green that could have maybe bailed Corey out does not happen.
Congratulations, you won.
Rocket just out of position.
One more stage for FFR, and he gets his clean sweep.
All we need is just any kind of attack that tops him off. 7, 2 chain, and an 8? Maybe a couple more combos? Okay, pillars are good. Wow. Yeah, that's a time.
Yeah, FFR finished with a 6:07. Pretty dominant for the most part. A little bit lower than average for his hard time, but I mean, the easy and normal times speak for themselves.
Yeah, there were just like throughout the entire match, maybe the hard Lorelei was the biggest slip up, and I don't think there were really any others execution-wise.
644 for Corey. And yeah, I mean, that was the difference. I definitely did see some slip-ups from Corey here and there, but I thought he was playing good overall. But FFR just that much better, had a bit more board vision when it came to finding those combos to cut off his chain one link sooner. And yeah, that's the big reason why FFR ends up winning this match, dominating fashion 3-0. So yeah, congrats to FFR. Well deserved. Still cruising through his group, looking to get that top seed, maybe for a number 1 or 2 overall in top 8 bracket too, which I think is pretty doable if he keeps it up. Though Cards has not dropped a single race yet, so he's going to need some luck on his end in order to get that number 1 seed overall.
Very powerful statement. Looks to be very, very well in shape before heading to the final the unexpected final boss of this group, Fortnite Mike.
Fortnite Mike, dude. No one can sleep on the Fortnite Mike. And we'll take a look at the bracket here very shortly. Let FFR get his last little thumbs up, and good job, man. Well deserved. Well played. But yeah, as we can see, FFR now finally on top. He had a bye week 1, so he hasn't been able to be at the top of the standings the whole tournament, but he's finally up on his throne. Him and Fortnite Mike, only one game left to play, and when you know it is against each other next week. So I'm looking forward to that one. That one should be pretty fun. I gotta think FFR probably in a good position to win that one once again. But I mean, Fortnite Mike, I think I picked against him twice so far in this tournament. He's won both of those matches. So you know what? Maybe he can pull off some more magic here and take one off of FFR.
I believe this is also the first pull that has locked in its bracketeers, even though we don't know what order just yet.
Yeah, I always love the last week of competition, obviously for the stakes that are on the line, but kind of just like theory crafting and trying to figure out where everyone's gonna place, and of course just the good quality of matches that our organizer Cards of the Heart always sets up at the very end. And I mean, not only for the last weekend of competition, we're gonna go over to the schedule for what's in store today, because honestly this has potential to be the best day of the tournament based on what is left here. We're gonna be seeing Fate and Fudu up next. Fudu both of these players looking for their first win here. It's gonna be another Pool 2 matchup. That should be a really great one. But look at these last 3 matchups of the day. We have all 6 of those players undefeated in their pools, with myself versus Tayman, Cards versus Ty, and then Yoshi versus Foxy. I mean, I think technically Foxy is not the 2nd seed in the group, but there could be an argument made that he is, I guess, the 2nd best player overall in terms of consistency. But we're looking at pretty much a lot of 1v2 matchups here at the end, and I think we're in store for a lot of really juicy matchups here. If you had to pick one to watch 6, which one is your go-to there?
Yoshi Foxy, with memories of Tetris Attack Tournament flashes. Yoshi is apparently mortal sometimes. We'll see how they function later.
For sure. I will have to agree with that too, because just seeing them play off in the grand finals of the last tournament and now they're in pools together, it should make for a really good clash, especially since, I mean, Yoshi's been picking it up and he's been picking up some world records in PPL again, but I feel like he's maybe not on that same untouchable level as he is in Tetris Attack. So I think Foxy's going to give him a good run for his money. And then I'll shout out the other 2 quickly, just because Ty and Cards, that's a rematch that I believe Pi ended up winning last time, or it either went to game 5. I always get that mixed up. And then me and Tay haven't played properly since he's been in this new form. I think we played it in a tournament match way back in 2018 when he was new to the community, but I don't really count that. So that's going to be exciting to see us finally clash. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, that will be it. We want to thank you for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, Fate versus Voodoo, 2 newcomers here. Should be a delight. 6, any final thoughts on the match we saw today?
FFR in top form. Really interesting to see how Fortnite Mike compares against him soon.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we can even see it peeking in on the schedule down there. So already a little bit of a spoiler for you guys. We'll get to see that on the opening day Saturday. But we'll have to stay tuned for that a week from now. For now, we want to thank you guys for watching. It's been Six and BB Porky, and we'll see you soon.
GG.